What about my poster catches your eye?
I think kind of the main image really catches your eye, obviously, because it shows the main character. But the title and typography is really gritty within the poster, which is common of social realism.
What about my poster makes you want to go and see the film?
I'd say probably, the film review from the Times saying, one of the best British films in years. I always look at film reviews when I want to go and watch a new film. If the film reviews are really good, then it makes me want to go and watch it as well.
Yeah. What would you change about my poster?
I'd probably change the composition of it. I think the main image, although it's really good, it's a bit blocky. I think maybe change the bring the coming soon part of your poster down a little bit more, so it is clearly visible.
What about my poster catches your eye?
Firstly, obviously we can see that the main character, well, he looks to be the main character, that's the main image on the whole poster. So this portrays that he's obviously the main person behind the film. And we also see the main title of the film, which is placed on top of him. So that obviously, that lets us know that's the main title of the film.
What about my poster makes you want to see the film?
Firstly, we see that the main character, so this obviously gives us an idea that it's based on only this main character. It's not like a gang-based sort of film, so it makes us think of, it's unconventional for some social realism films because it's just based on one person, as you can only see one person on the poster. So it gives a different view of what we might see of social realism.
What personal changes would you make to my poster?
I might probably change the title where it would go, because it looks a bit like it doesn't fit with the image of the background. It's quite you can't really see it clearly what it's saying, or maybe the font, change the font of the title. I could probably, if I were to change something, I'd probably change the background of where the main character is standing, because it's just a brick wall. It doesn't portray much about the film.
What about my website catches your eye?
I'd say probably the top of the website showing the title and the navigation bar. Although the main image again is the same as the poster, so that provides continuity and it really stands out.
Yeah. What about my poster makes you want to? What about my website makes you want to go and see the film?
I'd say probably the trailer. Having the trailer inside the website provides you an in-depth, in context. Oh shit! Sorry, can I start again?
Yeah, that's cool. I'll just edit it out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'd say the trailer, because the trailer provides an insight into the film, showing you the context of the narrative, and basically advertising it for you on the website.
What would you change about my website?
I'd say probably looking at changing the images. Other than that, no, nothing else. Wait, including enlarging the title of your film, because it's quite small within the top left-hand corner.
What about my website catches your eye?
Again, we see the main character on the main website as the main image, but now we see sort of another image of him covered up, with his face covered up. So this portrays that he might be trying to hide something from the viewer, or he might be trying to portray that he's in trouble of some kind and trying to stay off the streets and trying to get away from someone. So this gives us sort of an insight on what the film could be about. I also see that there's a navigation bar, and obviously these are going to be helpful for me because I can find out more about the film by clicking on each of the tabs that are available.
What about my website makes you want to see the film?
First of all, obviously the main character again, because now we see the main character portraying himself as being something that wants to be hidden of some sort, because he's got his hood up, his face is locked between his hood, so that shows that he might be in trouble of some kind. So that makes the narrative, it expands it for me, because it makes me want to think what's going to actually happen, what's the film about, and why he's doing that.
What changes would you make to my website?
I'd probably make the title a bit bigger because obviously it's very small and it's in the corner. So I'd probably make it a bit larger so that people can see that that's the title of the film, and so they can look at the image and look at the title and get the same sort of like gist of what the film's going to be about, because obviously the title portrays something and so does the image.
What stands out in my trailer?
There's various scenes where the main character is obviously like cutting up drugs and showing elements of drugs in the film. So this shows that the drugs is a large part of the film and the narrative behind the film. So that's something that stands out.
Would this trailer make you want to see the film?
I would watch the trailer because obviously we see various different elements of drugs, like I said before, but we also see like him running away in a scene where he's running down an alleyway. So this portrays that there could be some kind of violence involved. There's also various shots of him holding like long pieces of wood, which shows that he's obviously involved in violence, and this could portray that he's going to obviously get attacked or he's going to attack someone.
Yeah. What would you do personally to improve this trailer?
Personally, to improve the trailer, I'd probably add a few more characters in the trailer because there's not many characters in the trailer. There's a good use of females and males. However, I would introduce new characters so that the audience can get involved with who's going to be in the film, and so they can learn more about each character in the film.
What stands out in my trailer?
The thing that stands out about your trailer is the fact that the trailer shows an in-depth perspective into the characters' lives and the effect the main protagonist has on them, like portraying the narrative and giving you an insight into the overall film.
Would this trailer make you want to see the actual film?
Yeah, I think it would. I think the film reviews within the trailer would make me want to go to watch the film because, as I said, I always look at film reviews from critics from various magazines like The Times, that kind of thing, and then if they're really good, that makes me want to go and watch the film even more.
What would you do to improve this trailer?
I think that the overall trailer is really good. The thing you could improve with though is to increase the pace and the kind of overall general gist of the trailer. As it comes to a climax at the end of the trailer, I think you don't really do that. If you did do that, I think it would build up to kind of the overall end game of the film and work a lot better.
Learn from my audience feedback. From my audience feedback, I've learned a lot about my trailer, my poster, and my website. First of all, on my poster, the general consensus was that the main image was good, like the actual image, but maybe the background needed changed, and the coming soon might have needed to be brought down. But overall, I got pretty a positive feedback from it, with the pull quote from the Times, and the title being looking urban and standing out. I also got praise about just the general face of the character. Maybe connotes that he's in some sort of danger and he's from an urban background because of what he's wearing and how he's looking. In my website, I didn't get as good a positive review. People said that again the main image was good and the new character brought a different flavour to the website than it did the poster with his hood up, making him look suspicious, and also that it showed good continuity with the first image being used again. The main criticism about my website was the fact that my title estate was too small, so that wasn't being able to really dominate the page, which it should do, like it does on most social realism websites. I also got praise for my use of social networking buttons at the bottom, and the position on my trailer that allowed people just to easily just click and start watching it, and also the fact that the tabs along the top were easy navigation throughout the whole of the website to find out more for the people, and obviously in the top right hand corner with the links to the cinemas, it's good synergy because people understand that to make money, the film must link with cinemas. The main positives from our trailer were people said that overall it's very good because it shows in depth about the characters' lives and what the main narrative will be about, with the trailer solely focusing on Nathan's struggle with drugs, alcohol, and just general life after he leaves school. The main criticism from Aaron, I believe, was that maybe that it didn't lack enough. It lacked pace towards the end, where it didn't really have a sort of end game which would end the trailer, which I do agree with to an extent. If I was to go back now, I would probably go back and actually alter that. Manraj said the scenes with the drugs were the sort of like the iconography and the drug scenes were something that would make him want to go and see the film, which was something that consciously I tried to include a lot, as drugs is a pretty big part of British culture, and that people would relate to this sort of thing, like drug dealers and stuff, and gang violence, and I liked when Manraj said that my character goes against convention, because normally you see them rolling around in gangs, whereas my character's a sort of like lone drug dealer that does everything himself, which is also another conscious decision, as I really didn't want to follow convention this time, as I thought maybe there's too much of that in the social realism genre. So I tried to subvert the stereotype of the gang member and just have a sort of lone drug dealer with another sort of supporting character, and Vince, who is the protagonist on the website and in the trailer. I think not showing Vince's face on the trailer is something that was conscious too, which was criticised because they said there wasn't enough characters, which I do agree with to an extent, but I think that was a deliberate move from me to try and make sure that he wasn't associated in some sort of gang. He just had the female love interest Demi, who's seen in the trailer, and Vince, who he's seen buying and selling drugs to, and also getting chased in the end. So yeah, I think I've learned a lot from my feedback. I think if I could go back now, I'd probably make those changes that these two focus groups have told me to do, and also maybe reevaluate my sort of plot and see if I can add in some more characters to give the story a little bit more depth. So yeah.